Hello, everyone. I just want to apologize for coming in late. I am a firm believer that the devil does not want us to actually have this here small group going on. I've actually went came all the way to Atlanta working with Minister Vinia this afternoon, got everything set up, and then got home and the internet wasn't working. Drove all the way from my house to my brother's house to get his internet. Then when we got here, internet still didn't work. So fortunately, he was able to connect me to the Ethernet and was able to get me connected. So if anything happened during this broadcast, I apologize now to let you guys know that it may or may not work, and I don't know why. So for those that are new to the group, I just want to say welcome. Once again, unfortunately, I'm not able to do the chat room with you guys as I maneuver through this here because we trying something new. So everything will be done via recording of YouTube. So that's how it's going to be. I'm just going to record the information, then send out the PowerPoint, and then from that, you guys will have the information that is needed. What we want to talk about, let's do a recap of what we've already talked about. I'm going to apologize right now because I have to walk into another room to get my book and information that I left in another room, just so we could be able to go over some information as I work through this here broadcast. For those of you guys just now joining the group, I want you guys to know that this is the book that we'll be working with. It's called 7 Money Rules by Mary Hunt. And this here is the book that I asked everybody to go ahead and get for us. We also had some homework from last week. The homework was talking about our first rule, which is rule number 1. And with that rule, how it works is that, hold on guys, I gotta minimize my screen. So last week I gave you guys some homework assignment. You guys were supposed to, number 1, get all your creditors, your credit reports, find out the information that was needed for us to know what money, what your income goal was going to be like. We also asked that you guys turned around and start putting together your goals and your plans. And with your goal and your plans, we'll now see how much money you actually have, how much money that is actually going out, and then we will actually have a plan on how we're going to get out of this or debt. Some of you guys probably have started your plan. Some of you guys may have questions. And if you do have questions, just go ahead and send me an email in reference to your questions, and I'll be happy to get those questions for you guys. Can you guys hold on one quick second? I just want to send Minister Vinny a quick invite to this broadcast. See if he pops up for me. Oh, it doesn't look like his name is populating for me. So it just seems like I said, once again, the devil is busy. And so I may not be able to get him on tonight, which is fine. So what we're going to do is go through this here information that we had from last week. So like I said, the homework assignment was for you guys to read chapter 2, which was rule number 1. And in this here book, what it talks about, what you guys should have read was how much did you actually spend? And it's talking about our mindset and our attitude. And we also know that we have to have some renewing of our mind to get things, to get us on track with everything that it is that we're trying to do. We can't have the same mindset as far as living from paycheck to paycheck, or having our self-doubt in the information or the monies that we're spending. So we want to make sure that we're renewing our mind, and we actually have some scriptures that we went over last week too. So the information that I have tonight, let me see if I can share my screen with everyone. It's not letting me share my screen with you guys. So like I said, the devil is busy, so I don't know what's going on with my PowerPoint that I have prepared for you guys. 1 second. Hold on. So unfortunately, the PowerPoint is not able to be pulled up tonight either. I can't even pull it up while I'm streaming with you guys to even share the screen. All right, and then my chat isn't working either. So if you're able to chat with me, maybe we could just have some discussion going on, because I'm not able to pull up my PowerPoint tonight either, which is not a good thing. Let me see something. Hold on right quick, guys. I'm going to disappear for a quick minute. All right, thanks, April. I did see your comment. I'm happy that you're able to see me. I just am not able to text as we go, which I'm still working on that feature for everyone. One more time. So also, all right, so I just sent a chat. So when I appear and disappear, that just means that I'm chatting or checking the chats as people chat down below. I can't see it when it populates on my sidebar, but I'm able to see it down below. But it just had me disappear and not see you guys as I go through. So like I said, within the book for lesson 1, what we were talking, rule number 1, we were talking about our attitudes and changing our mindset. And since I don't have my PowerPoint with you guys, I'm just going to have to reference the book as I share the information that I need. On chapter 3, it talks about, it showed a graph in the book, and I'm going to show you the graph if you guys can see my book and the pages, because this is the only one I want to show you. And it shows you guys with the graph how it shows how you spend your money, and it shows you an example that over the years, no matter if you're doing a job transfer or promotion, or even with inflation, your income does go up, and it goes up on a steady pace. So this is how we want to start looking at how our money is growing. It grows from month to month, year to year, or even with inflations over time. However your money grows, this is how your money is going to grow. What it also reflects a reference to is that when you grow, when your money grows, and as you spend your money, you see another graph where you got 2 lines, and with that 2 lines, it's showing you that you'll see your money and your spending. And this is your spending habit, is going from check to check. What the book likes to reference for you guys is that as your money grows, you want to be able to keep your living expenses at that level. Meaning that even though you may get a raise, let's say you get overtime, and normally the overtime check will be an extra $100, $200, depending on how your taxes work. When you get that $100, $200, if you're doing your overtime to pay a bill, or if you're doing overtime to get out of debt, you want to take that money and actually apply it towards your savings, really, because our goal is to actually save some money so we could get out of the debt. A lot of times when we have our checks going, when we get paid, we take that money and we automatically, it's gone before we even know it, right? So when that happens, we have to figure out how do we go about changing our spending habits. Last week, we talked about the money jars and the small baggies and how you save your money. This week, what I want you guys to do is invest in a savings account. The savings account that I want you guys to invest in is called an online savings account. With the online savings account, the one that I use is used to be called ING Direct. The new name for it is called Capital One 360. And with that online account, how it works is you have your main checking account. With that main checking account, you link your, let's say I'm with Chase Bank. I take my Chase Bank account and I link it to my ING or Capital One 360 account. And that money automatically wires from one checking account into another checking account. Now, the reason that I want you guys to set this account up, and I will be sending you guys the PowerPoint, like I said, after the presentation. But the reason why I want you guys to set this up is because we talked about in our first couple of sessions how we want to pay, we automatically pay our taxes out of our paycheck. Those that belong to church should be paying their tithes, but if you don't belong to a church, we're hoping that you get connected with a church so you can pay your tithes, which is 10%. But we also then want you to pay yourself 10%. When you pay yourself the same 10% that you're paying to God, God is going to bless you. And then with that same 10% that you're paying yourself, you set that money aside. Once you get in the habit of with this online account, the reason why I want you guys to use that is because you want to set it up automatic, like an automatic payment. So that money automatically goes to that account. Now, you can use that account. I know a lot of people want to know about, well, am I going to be able to get to that money if I need it for an emergency purpose? Is it just holding my money where it's going to take a long time to get my money back? No. Those accounts, that ING Direct, they will send you an ATM card, so you can use it as a debit card also. Once they send you this card, you are free to get your money whenever you want. But the caveat of the account is that it grows at a higher interest rates. Most banks give you 2% on your savings account. This here account gives you anywhere between 3 to 5% interest on the money that you're putting in there. So as you put money in the account, you get interest on this account, and it's growing at a faster rate than what you're already getting in a regular Chase or Wachovia, whatever bank account that you're using. Hold on. All right, I'm glad you got Capital One, April. So yes, April saying that she used Capital One also. So yeah, I love that account. Also, we had some questions that came in our couple of weeks, week 1 and week 2, that talked about different children's account and how did we get our kids to actually start saving too. And I did some research on the different banks around where people lived at. And for your local credit unions, I know in New York, I just came from New York, they have Penfield Credit Union. They have what is the Scotty Savers account. And then we also have at Canandaigua National Bank, they also have the Looney Tune account. So if you want to get your kids in the habit of saving money also, you want to check out those two banks within New York, because what they do is give you a little book that has the kids' quarters. They can actually use the quarters. They also give you the coin ones where they can actually put the coins in and start saving their money. They also give you like the Looney Tunes or the Scotty Savers, like different animals and characters for the kids to make it fun and exciting. And it gives them a little log too, so they can see their money growing as they saving money. So you may want to check out those accounts. Those that are in Georgia, LGE is also a credit union that also have fun activities for the kids for savings accounts too, and it does the same thing. They give you like different cartoon characters for the kids to be able to save their money and track their money as they're saving. Hold on. All right. So for those who are have children that wants to save, you guys may want to check out those different states and different credit unions and banks for that information. All right. Also, let's go back to our book. When Mary Hunt talked about how you want to save. So we have another chart right here, and it shows us that the dark line is still our paycheck. The other line is our spending habits, our save, and then the next one, the dotted line, is actually showing us the how we were going to start saving and investing. So that's how you want to imagine or see your money grow and be saved in the account. Last week, I also put up of my PowerPoint that talks about how we want to save for our emergency funds. Has anyone actually done the homework or actually did the emergency fund and saw how much money they actually have to use? I'm just typing a message. I wish my PowerPoint was working, but my PowerPoint isn't working. However, I did do the emergency fund savings, and I did want to tell you guys what I did. So in our homework, what we had to do was our budget sheet. And the budget sheet showed us how much money we have going out every month, our basic bills, which is our rent, our utilities, our auto insurance, our car notes, gas, and things of that nature. So once we took that monthly summary of how much money that we're paying every month, then we wanted to times that by, I gave you guys the assignment of 3 months. So if you take your monthly income and then times that by 3 months, that's how much, times 3, that's how much you want to be able to save. So myself, I did $1,000 and I times that by 3, which is 3,000. So I want to be able to have that much money for the next 3 months saved up in my account, which is not like a realistic number for me anyhow, because my bills, of course, is more than that, because like I said, I pay for my daughter's car note, her car insurance, and things of that nature. So my real number that I have to be able to save is $12,000. So I need $12,000 saved in the next, I say, I'm giving myself 4.5 months. I'm an aggressive saver when it comes to different finances. So $12,000 in the next 4 months. Everybody wanted to know how I was going to plan, how I'm going to be able to save $12,000 in the next 4 months. Well, based off of my income, and I'm not including any of the bonuses or the money that is coming my way, but what I'm going to use is my prayers. I do have some scriptures and that I will be sharing with you guys in the PowerPoint when I send it to you, my plan. I have the different prayers that I actually seeked out for myself on what it is that I need to get out of debt for. And I ask that everyone do the same thing for your situation, because everyone's situation is different. And then I also turned around and I looked at how much money that was actually going out that was useless, And then also in the book, Mary Hunt talked about our needs versus our wants. So what that means is that I know what I need. I need the light, sun. I need food to survive. I need a roof over my head. I want the boots that I saw at the mall the other day. I want that cute dress that I saw at H&M today. But those things is that I don't need them. Also, in the transition from one state to the next, I found a lot of clothes that I don't need and I don't even wear anymore. I don't even know why I'm holding on to those clothes. So those clothes I'm actually taking, and we all have what is called Plato's Closet or a consignment shop. So that's where I'll be taking the clothes, because when you start taking your clothes, you can either donate your clothes and get a tax write-off, or you could take it to a consignment shop where you could get some extra change for your used clothes. And when you do that, then that's money coming in. So we want to be able to make sure that we got extra money coming in, so we won't be having money going out. So that's the goal. So that's another part of my plan that I was working on. So I already started, and we talked about decluttering and organizing. So a part of my decluttering was actually get rid of those clothes that I don't use anymore, and then be able to take it to a consignment shop and be able to like get money for my gently used clothes. I also did some donation of different scrubs And that way I was able to get some tax write-off to like the different Goodwill and things of that nature. So whatever you take to your Goodwill or Volunteers of America, and if you're donating them, make sure that you get a receipt for the things that you donate, because it's tax season, and a lot of the things that we donate, we can actually write those things off, so we won't have to. Well, for myself, I end up always owing taxes, so that's another way of me saving myself some money, so that I don't have to pay more money out. Hold on, let me check a couple of these. All right, Kimberly. So what idea are you familiar with, Kimberly? I'm not, there's a lot of different ideas, but I need for you to get on top of some of these. Um, so we'll get this here, some more of that feedback. If you can respond back to me, Kim. And nice to have you on here, by the way. I miss you. All right, you guys know this is hard to do. I left my other screen at the house because I was just rushing trying to get over here to you guys. So I apologize, but I'm a work in progress, I must say. So I am learning how to maneuver all the issues that are coming up as they do come up. Also, in the book that we were working on, she was talking about how we do our pocket flow chart. And this here is the pocket flow chart that she talked about. I'm just going to put it up here for you guys to see. And this pocket flow chart is a great way for those that are addicted to shopping to give yourself a timeout. You know, we joke, us girls in our family joke with my mom and always say that she is a shopaholic, because every time we go into a store, even if it's a furniture store, she's always saying that that sale is her sale, or she'll come back and try to get that item. But we also know that when we're shopping, every sale is not for us. We also know that we are tempted to treat ourselves. Myself, for example, when it comes to shopping, I know I go to the mall and I'll be like, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to buy anything. Then I turn around and I trick myself and I tell myself, well, I worked hard. I haven't had a pedicure in a long time. Haven't got my hair done in a long time. I don't see why I just can't get an outfit for work. I am using it for work, so why can't I get the outfit? But like I said, it's all in our mind. It's our mindset. And I have to tell myself, no, I don't need it. I just want it. So once again, that's where the needs and the wants come into play at. We don't really need the things. I just want it. I desire it. And a lot of the our shopping habits for us women really is more emotional. And so that's why we have to be transformed or renew our mind as women, especially because we have a hard time telling ourselves that we can't, that we do not need that item. We also, by nature, are givers. So we always have a tendency of always wanting to give. And a lot of times we suffer because we do give a lot of ourself, our time, our resources. And so that's why we have to focus on our emotional and our mindset when it comes to coming to our spending habits. Hold on one time, I got another. Yes, Kim. Yes, that emergency savings. We do need to work on that emergency savings. But like I said, that pocket is our timeout. And what it's telling us is that it was a little flow sheet. It tells us how to go once we get to the mall. And you can actually, and I had this here on my PowerPoint, and I'll send it to you guys later. And it's showing you guys, like, so with the pocket timeout, it's just like a flow sheet, and it's talking about oh, that cell is ours. Do I need it? Do I want it? Or can I go away with it? or have go 48 hours without it. And the funny thing is that 48-hour rule that she talked about in here in the book, the funny thing about it is if we know that we could go 48 hours without that item, do we really need it? And the answer 9 times out of 10 is no, we don't need it. So we don't even see ourselves going back to the store, to the department store, trying to get that item. So that's why it's like our timeout for ourselves when it comes to shopping. All right. Does anybody else have any questions? That's my brother. He's waving, talk about he does. Hold on, guys. Let me just check the chat board. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, I just put a chat out there. Make sure you guys go ahead and put your questions out there. Okay, so this week, you guys will have more homework. First of all, before we even go into the homework, I do need to know if you guys got an invite from our church. Our church is called Linked Up Church. I sent out an invite, not from the group or the chat rooms or anything. This is strictly coming from Linked Up Church, not from Google. You guys should get a request asking you guys to sign up or sign. It's called In Fellowship with Linked Up Church. So I need you guys to accept that invitation. And the reason why I need you to accept that invitation is because every week when I do these hangouts, knowing that it's recorded, I have to be able to take attendance. So like I said, I am accountable for the work that I do with the small group, even though they will see that I'm broadcasting live and they are able to review the information. So I still need to take attendance of those that's participating. Right now, I have 42 people that's in or on the group or invited into the group setting. But I know like a couple of weeks, so we're only in week 3, we did have some technical issues that those that did show up were able to show up. But I do know I get emails and text messages from a lot of you guys. So I do include you guys in the attendance because I know that you are following the information. So, but I do need to take a physical head count of those that are actually participating versus those that are just watching the YouTube video. So if you can, please sign up for that. And I will send out that link again tonight. So you guys will have that because like I said, the church is monitoring what I'm doing. Also, I do want to make sure that you guys did purchase the book. Like I said, this is the 7 Money Rules for Life. This here book actually saved my life when I was in debt before. And we actually go through this here book for the entire 3 months. Like I said, I will start adding more read time on you guys. And I know a lot of times people say I don't have the time to read. But remember, this is your finances that is that we're working with and dealing with. And we want to be able to actually do this here as a group and with prayer. Sure. Also, I need to know if everybody is participating because in a few, we will be starting to have accountability partners. So you'll have a prayer partner to have you guys help you guys pray through the your prayer request. That was another reason why I gave you guys the homework assignments about finding your scriptures, because your scripture and my scriptures may be different. So I may be praying for debt relief of student loans, and I may have found some scriptures in reference to a student loan that you didn't know anything about. So I want to be able to share my scripture with you so we all be on one accord when we're going into our prayer room. So that was another reason for I'm going to start linking you guys up with that. Also, I want to let you guys know that next week we will be having our State Farm, well, my State Farm agent, her name is Irma. She will be joining us via online also, and she'll be talking about the different products that State Farm has. I didn't know until I joined State Farm that they not only invest in automobile insurance, but they also got a medical insurance department. They also have their own banking department where they actually refinance auto loans. So if anybody is already in a automobile and their payments are too high or the interest is too high, they'll be able to help you talk to one of their banking representatives in reference to that. They also do your renter's insurance along with a savings account. And they also have this Med Pay program that they have, which I thought was awesome. And I'll let her explain that. But the one thing about that program is like if you ever got an automobile accident, you get paid to be in the hospital per se. So if you were in an automobile accident, I know here in Atlanta, I-75, 285, 985, 85, all of our expressways are always busy, and every day there's an accident on one of our expressways. So they will actually pay you to be in a hospital, which I thought was an awesome service that they were using. So Irma will be on next week to discuss this here with you guys. So that's one of our guest speakers. And then after Irma, in 2 more weeks, we have another person that's coming and she'll be talking to you and how while you are, hold on. Has any questions. So, like I said, so we will have a guest speaker. So I'm going to end this here lesson tonight a little bit early because I'm still trying to get everything together, and I'm just want to figure out where my PowerPoint presentation is. And we also have some new people that joined us online tonight too. I know you called me, but I was in the middle of texting Minister Vinny just to let him know all the issues I was having coming over to my brother's house to get the internet connected. So I did get your message. So I hope you are watching the recording. I apologize for cutting your call short. So I just want to let you know that. So your homework next week. I know you guys were supposed to read chapter 3 and 4 about your wants and saving. So next week, I want you guys to read chapter 5 and chapter 6. Chapter 5 is going to talk about more of the savings and how you talk about giving some away, which we talked about a little of that tonight. We also going to talk about how you give things away and what our church believes versus what some churches that you have been taught or raised in. I know that I was in a church where they always put percentage on how much money you're supposed to give, 10% on the tithe, 5% on the offering, another building fund. But, you know, your offering is what you offer up unto God. That means that if you see your brother and sister that is in need, you offer that service to them. If it may be a service, it may be your time, it may be interceding for that person in prayer, it may be finances that you could give to. But we also seen a lot of movies that talked about paying forward, and that principle does work. When you give unto others, it shall be given unto you. So we want to continue to practice those principles, but we also want to make sure that you are linked up with a church where you actually be a part of a church where you can tithe. Malachi 3 and 10 talks about paying your tithes and how you store it up. And we want to make sure that while you're paying your tithes, that God is actually opening out the windows and pouring you out the blessings. So, and when you look at that scripture, and I can also say that it does work for me. I know that there's been times where you have to decide on if you're going to have the money to buy groceries for your kids or pay your tithes. And I can honestly testify that I paid my tithes, and when I paid my tithes, that money came back to me. And if it wasn't money, I still ended up with a knock at the door when I had food to feed my children. So that principle does work. So I do know that no matter what, even in all my financial struggles, I always pay my tithes, because God always make room for making your not enough grow into more than enough, because he's our provider. He gives us our provision for everything that it is that we need. So I just want to practice or get you guys that are not linked up with a church. You are more than welcome to join our church. We are everywhere. We actually have people that's from Moscow, Kenya, Qatar, London, California, Texas. So we do stream live on every Sunday via Periscope. And that information will also be in the PowerPoint, where you can actually watch our church services live on Sundays at 9 o'clock. We also started streaming our midweek service, so you can also see Pastor Gregory teach. He actually is teaching a powerful series right now, and I want you guys to be able to watch that. That's also in my PowerPoint that I can't pull up, so you guys will get that awesome, that information for you guys too. So, and then we also have Minister Vinny, who, if you do want to become a member of our church, even no matter if you live in New York or if you live in, where are you at, Kim, in Ohio? And then Maury and Portia, they're on an assignment in Texas. Justice is in North Carolina. So no matter wherever you guys are, if you feel like you want to be a part of our church, Minister Vinny does have it where you can actually take your online. I'm laughing at my dog because my brother just gave him some table food, and he's not allowed table food, but he's over here eating. I'm sorry, guys. But Minister Vinny is able to walk you through the courses of becoming a member of the church also online. So that's also a great thing. And I know a lot of people, it's like, wow, you guys actually have a church online. But you guys watch TD Jakes all the time, love TD Jakes, and they do let you see his services and stream online. But we are a church where our pastor is very connected. And like I said, for me to be able to be a small group leader and have Minister Vinny, which is one of our associate pastors at our church, to be always linked up with us or with me and always there, that's a blessing in itself. A lot of people go to a church and they're not even able to even talk to their pastors or even conference with their pastors. And my pastor was able to give me not only a minister, but also a clinical psychologist and also a small group leader all over all over our group sessions. So we're never alone when we're actually serving. And this is one of my gifts, and I thank God for this gift to be able to serve. Hold on. So for next week, you guys are going to read chapter 5 and 6. I want you guys to continue to declutter your homes, to get those old clothes out, and be able to give them away as some of your giving or offering of the clothes. Make sure that you get the donation slips if you're donating it to the Goodwill. And then if you're going to a consignment shop, try to get that money and set it up or set it aside into that online account. I'll also have more banks on my PowerPoint for the areas that you guys lived in. I did do some calling for those banks also, so you guys will have those information. But once again, if you have any questions in reference to any of the information that I will share tonight, or if there's any questions in general, please feel free to email myself or text me. I'm always available. And I just want to let you guys know that I love you. And thank you for joining this here small group. And I will be sending out that information shortly. Good night. Love you. Bye.